what's it like to know that you're now going to be labelled an icon?
Well, it's obviously incredibly exciting. I don't know whether I would think of myself as an icon. No, it's just it's nice to get an award. Most people, I think, including me, would have been quite happy just to be recognised in your own country. But if you get the bonus of being recognised abroad, that's very nice.
And can you remember when that first moment sort of came to your attention, when you realised you had been a success overseas?
Well, when the Jesus Christ Superstar album hit the charts in America, having not done so in England, we realised that we were going to have a hit in America, but we didn't know whether it was going to be just a one-off hit with the record or a minor hit or whatever. But that was the first moment when we felt it's amazing that our stuff has actually penetrated outside of Britain, especially as at that time it hadn't even been a hit in Britain.
So in some respects, I suppose your overseas success has actually contributed to your success here back in the UK.
Absolutely. We were like Elton John, who was on the same label at the same time. He had a big hit in America on record before he really made it here. And sometimes that's quite a good way to get known in your own country.
How important is it for events like this tonight to be here in London, in Britain, to sort of showcase the success of British and European talent overseas?
Well, I guess you'd probably have to ask the organisers that. I mean, it seems to me that it's nice for everybody to come together and just remind each other that we still exist and that there are other songwriters out there besides yourself. That's all good, and I wouldn't say there's such a thing necessarily as a community, but there's certainly, or perhaps there is. I mean, it's quite nice to be somewhere where you know that everybody you chat to has a bit of a clue about what you do, and you have a bit of a clue about what they do. That's always nice, whether you're in the songwriting business or whether you're in the, medical supplies business or whatever. It's nice to be brought together through a common interest.
And when you're out there, before you really had any success, I mean, I imagine there's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of other aspiring songwriters and artists out there. What kind of advice or tips would you give them?
Gosh, well, you need a lot of luck, which is perhaps stating the obvious. You've got to try and be original, and that's easier said than done. I think the only thing one can say that applies to all kinds of writers or people wanting to get into any form of entertainment, or indeed any job at all, is just keep at it, keep going. Don't give up. I suppose if you're 70 and you haven't had a hit, then maybe that might be, if you've been trying all that time, maybe someone's trying to tell you something. But I think if you're young and starting out and you think you've got it, if you keep going long enough, there's every chance somebody will recognise you.